Hello, I'm the Watch Monster, and in this video we're going to look at a watch from Timex. Now, this isn't a new watch by any means, it's been out a couple of years at least. It's one from my collection, but I wanted to share it with you because Timex do sell this watch still, and if you're interested and you like the looks of it, you are able to still pick one up. So this is a collaboration they've done with Peanuts, a comic that's famous for featuring Snoopy and Charlie Brown. I was a bit of a Peanuts fan as a kid, and so this watch did appeal for me, mainly for the nostalgia factor. But I am quite impressed with the quality of this watch. Now, Timex are a company I've not bought a watch from in a very long time. I did have one of their Indiglo watches back in the 90s that I used to wear to school, but since then I've not really paid them much attention. But in the last few years, along with a few other watch companies, they seem to be big on reissuing watches from the past, and that's the case with this watch. This is based on the Marlin model of watch, which dates back to the 60s. So anyway, that's enough waffle. Let's open the box and have a look. So I am quite impressed with how this watch is presented. We get a nice little Snoopy comic strip on the back here of the presentation box. And the watch itself is here. And underneath there's a little flap with an instruction manual, and it also comes with a couple of spare quick release spring bars for the strap. So I was quite impressed with how this is presented. So here's the watch in question. So this is the Timex Marlin featuring Snoopy in his flying ace disguise. There are a number of different variations with different Snoopy characters or Peanuts characters on them. This one appealed to me the most, mainly because I did like his battles with the Red Baron when he was fantasizing being the flying ace that he wasn't. So anyway, the dial is very striking. A nice silver finish, which plays nicely with the light in this sunburst effect. Very simple and clean dial, just indices at the 5-minute markers, Timex logo, and Snoopy. Not a lot else going on. So nice, clean, very legible dial. The case is stainless steel and is polished all the way around. And it's done very nicely. Now, a thing to note with the crystal is it's quite tall. You see here it sticks out a few millimeters, but it's nicely domed, and I do like the way it looks. It does give the watch a bit of character. But I have to point out it is acrylic crystal, it's not a sapphire crystal, so it will get scratched up eventually, which isn't a big problem because there are products out there which will remove those scratches quite easily. Poly watch is a very common one that's used. So I'm happy that that dome is acrylic, just to give that effect, that nice little distortion as well when you look at it from different angles. It does give a lot of character to this watch, I feel. Now, dimensions of this watch, the diameter is 40 millimeters. The height with that domed crystal is 13 millimeters, which may seem a bit high, but the way it's curved, if you are wearing a shirt sleeve over this, it will slide nicely over the crystal still due to that curve. The strap width is 20 millimeters, so it's very easy to change out straps, and I will show you how I wear this watch normally. I don't wear it on this strap. And the lug-to-lug distance is 48 millimeters, which might prove a bit long for small wrists, but the lugs do curve down, which does help a lot in that situation. So the water resistance is 30 meters. So as I say, this is more of a dress watch. It's not designed to be a sporty watch that you go swimming in. The movement inside this watch is a Miyota 8215, which is an okay movement. It's quite common in watches at this price point. The main drawback with it is it's non-hacking. It does feature hand winding. However, at the first position, we do have a ghost date change. You can feel there's a date change happening, but there isn't one on the dial. But I'm actually pleased there's not one on the dial. I actually like this clean look of this watch. And then at the second position, you can adjust the time. But notice the second hand does not stop. Now, the strap that this watch came on, I was actually quite surprised at how good quality this leather is. Normally, watches at this price point, you get a very stiff leather. But this one's quite nice, and it seems they've outsourced it from somewhere else, SB Foot Tanning Company. And it does feel quite nice. It's not the most supple, but it won't take long to wear this one in. It's nice to see as well that Timex have even put a signed buckle on this strap. And on the back of the watch, we do have a display case back with a Timex signed rotor as well. Now, it's hard for me to find any real niggles with this watch. Probably the main one would be the price that Timex are asking for this on their website. Currently, this one is listed at £225. However, Timex do regularly have sales and money off codes on their website, so I'd strongly suggest not paying full price and wait until they're doing one of their promotions if you are interested in picking one of these up. So I'll just cut away now and show you how this looks on the wrist. Okay, so here's how the watch looks on the leather strap. Now, just to mention, there is some lume on the hands, but there's no lume anywhere else on the dial. And the lume is quite weak. I won't do a lume shot, so it's not really worth it. But as I say, it's not common to find lume anyway on dress watches, so at least there is a little bit there. So I did mention earlier that even though I like this strap, I don't actually wear it on this strap. And it's quite nice that Timex have the quick release spring bars in this. So if you do like changing out your straps, it's very easy to do on this watch. And I'll take this off and I'll show you how I like to wear this watch. So here's the watch on a mesh bracelet. I had this one sitting at the back of a drawer. I think it was a cheap £10 one off Amazon or something like that. But I think it works really nicely with this watch. So I'll just show you how this one looks on the wrist. Okay, so that's the Timex Marlin featuring the Flying Ace Snoopy. This is definitely a watch I can recommend. I enjoy wearing this watch. However, I do not recommend paying Timex's asking price. At the moment, this is on the Timex website for £225. Considering the movement it has, I'm not sure that's a fair asking price. However, Timex do regularly have sales and there are discount codes available. So if you are interested in picking this up, then at least try and get a discount on it. Okay, that's it for me in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.